Welcome to all you Pisceans. Welcome Pisces. And welcome to this month of September 2013. Your general horoscope, what is going to happen? Well, actually I made a separate video of Venus, Saturn, the North Node, all conjuncting together in the same degree, even at 8 degrees of Scorpio. So if you want to know way more, a bit into depth about that, just check the link below. And here I'm going to explore a little bit more what it means for a Piscean, what it means to have that in your case in the 9th house and together with other stuff that is happening in September. Though I think that is the most important thing that's gonna happen in September. This placement, this constellation of those 3 planets together. Because the other thing I think why it is so important is because at the end of the year in November, the 3rd of November, there's an eclipse on that same particular point at 11 degrees. So it's a couple of degrees distance, but it's still very close to that point, which means it's a huge how would I say, it's a huge wake-up call. It's a huge call reality, and it's very nicely trining with Saturn, and that is especially for all the water signs, and you're one of them. So for Pisces, for Scorpios, for Cancerians, it's really an important time because it's in your favor. It's in a trine in your case for the Pisceans. Now, what is happening? This Venus and Saturn is in Scorpio during September. It's in the middle of the month, bang around the middle of the month, bang around my birthday, by the way. And it's exact on the 18th. That's not my birthday, but it's exact on the 18th, 19th of September. And it's going to be very interesting, considering on a collective level our longings, our value systems, our in your case belief system, because the 9th house, it's happening in the 9th house, your belief system, but also the factor of Saturn, which is all about making things happen. It's about working hard, and it's about really working hard in Scorpio to make those things that you value or people that you value, make it all come true. Now, normally, if you as a Piscean would only have Neptune in your sign without that Saturn there in Scorpio, I think a lot of Pisceans would, especially I'm talking to those who have planets around 2 degrees up until 6, 7, maybe 8 degrees of Pisces. So those people who have planets there, they have this huge opportunity during September, and then it will be gone, because Saturn and Neptune, their dance that they're doing is going to stop at the end of the year. So September is a really important month between those 2 planets. Now, if you would have only this Neptune transit in your sign, a lot of Pisces would even become even more Pisces-like, more Neptunian-like, which is about letting things happen, going with the flow, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know, going with the flow. But I know that a lot of Pisceans who don't have any earth sign, who don't have a great Saturn, sometimes things is a bit difficult because they don't take action, they just let things happen to them. And sometimes it's great and sometimes it's not. Now it is a time with that Saturn there to which is making this trine around 8 degrees, and that Neptune being around 2 to 3 degrees, this combination of those 2 planets working together, which means that manifesting what you want and, you know, thinking of your high dreams and thinking like the Venus and Scorpio things. They really like truth. They really don't like the superficiality of people or of things, objects. They want the real stuff. They don't want things to be unreal. So for everyone, it's a time to think very deeply about what we value, on a very deep level, and to get real with the stuff that we want in our lives. And we can manifest them now, especially you Pisceans, because you've got that supporting Saturn there. Saturn who's saying, do you have the money for it? Do you have this? Do you have that? And you can make it true. You can make it happen. I'll give you an example. It's a very simple example, but it's an example because a lot of people tell me, oh, you're talking about Saturn and Neptune and it's all a bit vague. Well, I know a Piscean very well. I think I do, because she always says you can never know a Piscean because, you know, it's already difficult in itself to know themselves because of the, you know, the two Pisces, one going to the left and the other one going to the other direction, to the right. But anyway, she has this dream, and for a long time when she was young, and she's having this transit at the time, you know, this combination of Saturn and Neptune. And it already happened for her to manifest what she really wanted deeply on a playful level, even because you've got Jupiter there in the 5th house, which is about the young heart. It's about your childish, not childish, but the heart of a child. She always wanted a horse in her life, and she never had the opportunity for what reason or another reason. And now she's got 2 of them. It's got 2 horses, and she said, you know, Veerle, I thought about all the different things that I needed, you know, and I listed them. I said, what? You listed them? You know, because normally she doesn't do that. But she said, do I have the space for it? And I'll make the space for it if I have to. Do I have a place for them to stay? It's them, because she's got 2 now. One Piscean and an Aries one, and she likes the Aries one the most. Because the Piscean one is a bit too, you know, they go with the flow too much, she says. And the so she said, okay, and the poop, who's going to do the poop? They poop a lot. They really do poop a lot. So, but she has all solutions for that. For all those Saturn-like practical, you know, is there money for it? Is there place for it? What if I go on travel? Will there be people who are going to take care of them? And all of that, she has all figured that out. So she has now what she wanted for such a long time, and as a kid actually, and she manifested it. So it's I know it's a bit of a, you know, it's a practical example. I know it's not flashy and all of that, but it's real. It is real. And that's the Venus and the Saturn in Scorpio conjunct the North Node, because the North Node is where we're heading at, where we want to go, where we need to go. It's the future. And so all in all, it is really, it's one of the most amazing months for Pisceans, September. So look very deeply into yourself, your belief system, where you believe in, what you want, what you like, and go for it. Do the Saturn, which is not always easy, that Saturn and that, especially in Scorpio, it demands a lot of commitment. Venus and Saturn together is so loyal. It is a very position, people in native chart have this. These are very professional people who make things happen, because they have this Venus, this liking for something, and also the Saturn making it true with the hard work. So all in all, Pisceans do on another level, with that 9th house, you can maybe go on a travel to an exotic country, because Scorpio is quite exotic, I think. So it could be a country like where I got this bracelet from, which is Indonesia. It could be anything that is far away from your country, and which is a bit exotic, which is a bit, you know, I think Indonesia is a Scorpio country. I don't know the chart of Indonesia, but I think it's a Scorpio country, because it's really about, you know, those people there are so in touch with other levels, and a bit of a cult, a bit of watch your dreams, did you meet the Guna, and all of that. But this is a stone, Jade, and I'm going now to look up what it means, because I want this to be a bit, I think my intuition says well, intuition, I don't know if I have a lot of it, but I think Jade could be interesting for you and for all of us actually, because I associate it with that Venus-Saturn North Node thing. And well, it says it's good for harmony, it's good for wisdom, which is quite Venus-Saturn-like. Or you can meet, if you are single, you can meet someone who's Venus-Saturn-like, who is young, who is old, or wise. That's the Saturn. But the Venus is beautiful. So a wise, beautiful person. And it's also about, what else? I'm reading this very, very quickly, and I know people are going to write, you should prepare this, but I'm sure you're not going to tell that to me. It's harmony. It's harmony, and it's about wisdom as well, and courage. So take the courage to achieve what you want to achieve, and I know you will have, and I hope you will have a fantastic month. Bye bye, you Pisceans. Have a lot of fun.